wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show again. Yes. We're going to clap to this. Good internet connections this time. Yes, snaps. Do the snaps one more time for me, Jack. Snaps, I missed that. You know, I'm busy clapping my hands and everything. So anyway, like I was saying just a second ago, I'm hoping you guys are having a wonderful, a fantastical and productive Testicle Tuesday. That's what I said. Yes. Yes, I did say that. I'm just making sure everybody's here and listening. Yes, sorry about that. The internet gets a little crazy sometimes. Sometimes if the internet is really bad, it'll just completely just take the video and audio and just completely take it out of sync. And then next thing you know, you're getting this weird kind of like kung fu movie thing going on. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's really annoying. So, like I said, I hope you guys are having a wonderful one. Sometimes you just got to do it twice. You know what I'm saying? Show's so good, you got to watch it twice. You know what I'm saying? You know, these things happen. Those things happen. So let's get back into it. I hope you guys are having a good one. Monday went by so fast, and I'm very thankful for it because Mondays are a tough one for me. Yeah, this past weekend really took a toll on me. So I wasn't able to do a 7 p.m. show last night. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I need a break. Sometimes I need some time to relax and unwind. And that's exactly what I did yesterday, last night, which is exactly what I needed. I needed some time to just take a break. Especially like yesterday's pop-up video was a very longer than what I usually do in regards to my pop-up videos. But it was a nice deep dive into something that happened, a terrible thing that happened in Portland, Oregon during the Black Lives Matter protests. And if you haven't seen that video yet, by all means, go and check that video out. It is something to watch. You know, I'm sitting there looking at it in an unbiased way. I'm not sitting there trying to bash any particular sides. I'm just looking at the facts and what happened in that particular video. But of course, I put in my own 2 cents at the end of the video, of course, because it's a terrible video. It is a terrible it is a terrible event that is caught all on tape. And in a way, it's like, I'm thankful that was caught on tape because you get to see both sides of the spectrum, both sides of the story. It's not just one-sided. You get to see a good chunk of it. You know, now I know that there's a lot of things in the very beginning of the video, in the very beginning before they start filming, that is not seen. But we don't know what that part of the story is. But at the same time, the violence that happens and that we see captured on video should never have happened, period. But I digress. Go check out my full analysis video. It is up there. I put it up yesterday afternoon, and I just figured, you know what? I just did that big deep dive. Put in my 2 cents, put in some time to put that video together. I was like, you know what? I just need some time to just unwind and relax a little bit. And that's exactly what I did. I took some time to get some sleep, which is what I really needed more than anything in the world. So For all those who are just jumping in, watching the show for the first time, thank you so much for subscribing. The subscriber base has gone up considerably fast. In the 7,000 numbers, in the sevens. We're quickly approaching 8,000 subscribers. So if you guys have friends, family, you name it, that are out there that want to support and be all about this show, or that might be interested in a show like this or a channel like this, please share this show. Share this feed. You name it. Do what you need to do. Okay? But anyway, I got Jackie in the house. What's up, man? How you doing, my brother? How was your Monday?
How's it going, man? Good to see you. Yesterday I complained to you about your lack of colorful shirt that you were wearing, and you told me today that you'd be wearing a colorful shirt. And now look at you. Now you went two-tone bland.
I went two-tone.
Instead of a singular tone bland, you went two-tone bland. At least you got some contrast.
I went two-tone.
So,
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
I even put on like a lavender shirt for you today.
Yeah. A mute. You gave me a mute color. Exactly. I gave you lavender. That is like dead lavender. You know what I'm saying? That's what lavender looks like when it's dead. You know what I mean? When you're at the funeral for lavender and you're going, dearly beloved, we are gathered here. That's what it looks like. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's been washed a few times. So
I was going to say, that looks like a lavender that is like a murder suspect or a murder victim that is sitting there that is drowned. You see what I'm saying? That looks like a drowned victim. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how muted.
I didn't come prepared to have an argument about shirts. I was just trying to throw some shade onto you.
Hey.
I have not drank enough coffee yet to be able to have a good rebuttal.
I'm just here with you, man. I'm here with you. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying, you know what I mean? All I'm saying is that that is one uncolorful lavender. That's all I'm going to say. But I'm done now.
Trying to blend in here, okay?
Yes. Hold on. I think some people are trying to figure out how to get over here.
I put a link in the chat over on the other one.
Okay, good.
We'll see.
Yeah, chat over. Let them know that we are literally on this other feed, because I think people are still.
New stream started. Come on over.
Yeah. Anyway. Angel Gill, what's up? Good morning. Mr. Super, what's up, man? Good morning. Alicia, what's up? Red Hot Rip Blitz, how you doing, sweetheart? Good morning. I'm seeing a few people that are on here because Alicia's the one who is saying, hey, it looks like a really bad kung fu movie right now. Everything's out of sync. I was like, dang, let me go check this out. But what I need to do is really quick go and delete that other one.
At least we're not doing this stuff live.
What? How could that be? How could that be? They're like, everyone's like, where's the video? What's going on? I'm confused. See, now I need to just delete that one. That's what I need to do. That's what I'm about to do, man. Delete. Skadoosh. Hopefully everybody will jump over to this new one. Hopefully. Hold on, let me just do this. Okay.
We good?
As far as I know, we're good. Weirder things have happened. 2020. Remember? This is 2020. Weird things have happened, bruh. Weirder things have definitely happened. Anyway. All right. So it looks like people are starting to jump back on. Thank you, Jesus. There we go. Okay. So Donnie, what's up? I missed what video you were talking about. Brandy, good morning. I'll let you know. Donnie WMS. I'm thinking it's Williams, but I don't want to be wrong. So Donnie, hey, good morning. The video I'm talking about is the last one I just did last afternoon. Go check it out. It's basically called Portland BLM Security. That's all I'm going to say right there. Beats or brutally assaults white man. Go check it out. It's a deep dive into the entire event that happened a couple nights ago in Portland, Oregon. And I just did a deep dive into it, and it's getting a lot of, people are starting to look at it. It's getting a lot of traction on Twitter as well. It's getting shared a lot on Twitter, getting a lot of new fans, new followers and friends and stuff on Twitter as well, which has been really cool because they've been seeing that deep dive, and they're saying, oh, thank you so much for sharing and giving your analysis, an unbiased analysis of the actual event that went down. And so, yeah, you guys just got to go check it out when you get a second. And if you haven't done it yet, I have Twitter and I also have Instagram. Whichever platform that you use the most, please go follow me on both those. It's The Pascal Show, one word, on both Twitter and Instagram. I'd really appreciate it. I'd love to meet all you guys. Sometimes people like Tanu Vane and other people have helped send me articles to look at, to do for the show, to talk about things on the show, or to do little pop-up videos that I do pretty much once or twice a day now. So please, go check those things out, and hopefully go follow me, and hopefully we can start conversations out there as well. Not only just on here, but out there too. Oh, okay. That's what's up, Donnie. Okay, that's what's up. Keith is a good dude, man. That's my brother right there, man. So I'm glad that that we've met before. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for being on the show today. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we got to jump into the news because all this restarting and all that kind of messed up everything. Oh, and before I forget, we do have a special guest. He's one of the finalists. He was one of the winners of Last Comic Standings, the season 4 Last Comic Standings winner is going to be on the show today at 10 a.m. Chris Porter will be on with us live on the show. So I'm excited to have him on. It's going to be really great stuff. You know what I mean? So anyway, very funny dude. He's got a lot to talk about, and he really loves Taco Bell. So I'm sure we're going to talk about that too, about his love for Taco Bell and why. And why. Por qué. Perfect, right? Por qué.
I mean, it's beans, cheese, sauce, and beef, and you can mix it like 1,000 different ways and call it something different.
Right. The tortillas, quesadillas.
Those quesadillas and tortillas.
And those tortillas. You know what I'm saying? Makes no sense.
I used to work at Casa Grill. You remember that place over the mall? And they had
Casa Gallardo?
Huh?
Casa Gallardo?
Yeah, the Casa Grill, though. It was like Casa Gallardo Grill. It was like a shorter menu and stuff. But it was upstairs at the mall, and I worked there for a little bit as a server. And then you also had to make tortillas for people there, and because they got free tortillas, right? This one lady used to come in like religiously with her like 3 kids, and then come up and order like one drink, get free tortillas, and order some guacamole. But she always said, "Can I get some tortillas?"
Here's the thing. You said that this was a woman that would go to it a lot, right? That would go there a lot. Why? Why wouldn't you learn how to pronounce the things properly if you're there? If you are a avid fan of said things, why wouldn't you learn to pronounce the things properly? I hate the people that would be like, and talking normal, and then all of a sudden like, tortillas? Can I get some tortillas with this, please? It's like, no, you don't have to try so damn hard. Just say tortillas. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, the frescago. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The emphasis.
It's like, can I get some escargot, please? It's like, no, you don't need to do so much. Damn, that's too much work, man. Just say it. Damn. Just say it. You don't have to try. Like, shoot, you're at a Casa de Grill. You know what I'm saying? You're at a Taco Bell. Nobody ever will speak American. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm speaking American here. Those L's make an L sound.
You know what I'm saying? It drives me nuts. It really drives me nuts. Can I get the like, you don't need to try so damn hard, man. Just speak. Just say the words. But it drives me nuts. It's like, let me get some quesadillas. Bruh, and I'm telling you, and this is something that you buy and eat all the time and you still can't pronounce it right, bro, we got to talk. We got to sit down and have a convo, bro. Seriously, bro. Anyway, moving on before it burns my cookies. It won't burn my cookies. It's okay. It's all good. I ain't mad at nobody. I still love y'all. You guys are amazing. Still say quesadillas. It's okay. I ain't serving you. I hope not. Oh my God. I hope not. Whoo! If I am, we need to talk. If I am, we most definitely need to talk. Anyway, we got to jump into a few things, okay? Real quick. One of the main things is it's not one of our top titles of the show, but we got to jump into this story because I think it's at least interesting enough. Sorry, this thing's bumping up. Okay, so top Ellen producers have been fired after allegations of sexual misconduct and sexual harassment. So more than 30 former employees detailed the allegations in a recent BuzzFeed News report. So this is coming from BuzzFeed. All right, guys. So 3 top executive producers of the Ellen DeGeneres Show have been fired amid allegations they engaged in blatant sexual harassment and used fear and intimidation to run the show. Ellen DeGeneres on Monday announced the ousting of executive producers Ed Glavin, Kevin Lehman, and co-executive producer Jonathan Norman in a video conference call with the show's crew, and said an internal investigation into the workplace allegations would be completed soon, according to an employee who was in the meeting. So a spokesperson for the Warner Brothers confirmed that Glavin, Lehman, and Norman have parted ways, quote unquote, with the Ellen DeGeneres Show. So here's the thing. Of course, they all have said, so Lehman had said he categorically denied any kind of sexual impropriety. And Norman also said he was 100% categorically denying these allegations. Glavin has not yet responded to requests for comment. So the thing is here it is. The ship that Ellen DeGeneres has built is starting to sink. It is slowly sinking down. And instead of the captain going down with the ship, she is trying to get a lifeboat with the quickness. Obviously, there's a lot of things that are going on right now. Still, there's a lot of things in regards to the investigations. People are still investigating everything. Nothing is fully confirmed except for those 3 top producers. Now, I don't blame them. I don't blame them for firing these people. Let's keep it real. These are all people that run the things that are going on behind the scenes. But I'll tell you this, though. That's partially Ellen DeGeneres' fault, too. Let's be completely straight funky on it. She built this ship. She built this house, right? How would she not know who's in the house with her? You know, if she got some wolves in her house, if she got some sort of predatory energy in the house, wouldn't you know? It's not like they're going to smile in your face 1 second and then go and do crazy things behind closed doors without you knowing. That seems a little bit like she's just completely disconnected from her entire show. That it's just like she pulls up, they hand her a script, she reads through it, she walks out, Ellen DeGeneres, and she's just dancing with Twitch, popping and locking and dropping, and that's it. That doesn't make any sense to me. And then she jumps back in her limo and goes back into her beautiful, crystal palace in the sky. That doesn't make no sense to me, personally. What do you think, Jack?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she obviously should know, the inner workings of her show. I imagine that she did, but maybe it's one of those things where something small happened and then it was let go, and then something else happened somewhere else that she didn't know about. Maybe she did know about some things, but maybe no one really complained or brought up, to, a allegation at any point in time along the way, or maybe they did. Maybe it got put to HR, and then HR didn't do anything with it.
Right.
Not everything gets run by Ellen. I mean, she's there as the host. A lot of things are put in place for her, and she shows up and she gets to run down the show. Obviously, she needs to go and scare her guests as she does. But I think that she became big time. I don't know, and you got to imagine that any of these large type of TV shows has so many people working on it. Like she
True.
can't keep track of everybody.
And I'm not sitting here. And I'm not sitting here saying. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm not sitting there saying that she has to have her finger on every single pulsating heart in there. But continue.
Yeah, I don't know. It just is. It makes it. Once you get to that size of a show, I mean, you have a small town working for you. So, and the set's not like everyone's in the same room. You have other people that are working in buildings. You have other people that are going out, trying to get set decorations. You have other people that are working in administration. So it's not like everyone's also right there. But yeah, she should have a better tally of what's going on. And if there are, people starting to talk about issues that are happening on set or with the staff, like those are things that obviously are of utmost importance.
Yeah.
So, if there was even minor talk about it, like she needed to be on top of it. And it doesn't sound like anybody was on top of it.
Well, I mean, what's interesting is that, of course, the changes came after BuzzFeed reported that 5 former employees said Glavin touched them in a way that made them feel uncomfortable by rubbing their shoulders and back, as well as placing his hand around their lower waist. Dozens of employees also said Glavin had a reputation for being handsy with women, especially in the control room, managed the team through fear and intimidation. He led with fear and intimidation on a daily basis. 47 employees said that to BuzzFeed. Then on top of that, this is for Lehman. One former employee told BuzzFeed News that Lehman had asked if he could get a HJ or a BJ.
A ZJ?
Yeah. In a bathroom at a company party in 2013 on a separate occasion, and then on a separate occasion in May of 2017, another former employee said she saw Lehman grope a production assistant in a car and kiss his neck. So, a lot of dirty things going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sounds like he was an issue.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like they were an issue. Yeah. It's more than just Lehman. It's also Glavin. These are all like people sitting there saying nearly a dozen employees also said it was common for Lehman to make sexually explicit comments in the office, making other colleagues question like, are you a top or a bottom? And pointing out male employees' bulges in their crotches. Wow. So, yeah, and it continues. It continues on and on and on. I mean, of course, there are a lot of things that are being said. They not only were they inflicting or trying to instill some sort of energy of fear, like to fear these guys. They're trying to bring that intimidation level in there. But at the same time, they're trying to turn them into playthings, into toys, in a way. Like they can have their way with those men, the men, apparently. Apparently, it was the men, at least with Lehman. So that's very interesting. You know what I mean?
She just came out with an apology video about an hour ago. It looks like something dropped.
Ellen DeGeneres?
Emotional video call and says she's a multi-layered person as she apologizes to staff.
What? Wait. Do we have the video?
Let me see.
Check to see if you have the video, because that's very interesting. I'd like to see that as well. Because
she said, I'm hearing that some people felt that I wasn't kind or too short with them and too impatient. I apologize to anybody if I've hurt your feelings in any way. She acknowledged she can be introverted at times, and she apologized if that was ever seen as hurtful. They're putting in real structures and resources for people, so this never happens again, and that is extremely important to Ellen. She was emotional seeing everybody. They are family.
Michelle Smell just asked this. Why weren't there mechanisms in place for complaints that people felt comfortable using? Also, why did no one feel that Ellen would want to know? And that's a thing, too. Here it is. She just said this, and he just quoted something. And I mean, obviously, I'm reading this, and you obviously commented this before he read any of this. But clearly, she might have just had a very, well, one, she is Ellen. So I'm sure a lot of these PAs, a lot of these people that are part of the crew are intimidated to go up and approach her. And I feel like also, she also said, I can be very introverted at times. In other words, she's trying to excuse her meanness or her cold shoulder energy that apparently she has on set. So if you really think about it, maybe a lot of these people are intimidated to go up there and tell her these problems as well. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's why you have like HR. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have stuff like HR. That's why you have people out there that you can go to. So you don't literally have to go to Ellen. You don't have to go to the boss, to the CEO, the main person, the owner of the joint. You can actually go to somebody else to speak about these things. But I don't know if they really instilled or pushed those mechanisms as well. So that's a very good question, Michelle. Seriously, that's a very good question. But that also shows what kind of show is being run, how that show is really being run. If you don't feel like you could just go to somebody and say, hey, this is what's going on, without fear of losing your job, says a lot. Definitely says a lot. Do we have the video?
No, it was only sent to the staff.
Okay.
And so they're talking about it, and there's like some people are giving quotes or whatever. But
okay.
It's currently not a public item.
Okay.
I'm sure it will be at some point.
Fair enough. We're going to jump into the next piece, which I found very interesting as well. This is the next piece of information that I find interesting. Here it is. Rose McGowan calls out Kamala Harris over Harvey Weinstein. How many, and I quote, how many predators bankroll you? So, while Hollywood stars drool over Kamala Harris, actress Rose McGowan has shown up to deliver a sobering reality check. The actress and Me Too activist is calling out the newly minted vice presidential candidate for accepting donations from Harvey Weinstein when she was Attorney General of California. She says, and I quote, did you return the money Weinstein gave you? McGowan tweeted on Wednesday. How many predators bankroll you? Now, Kamala Harris accepted a $2,500 check from Harvey Weinstein for her re-election campaign for California's Attorney General in 2014. 3 years later, she received another $2,500 donation from $2,500 donation from Harvey Weinstein for her bid for U.S. Senate. So, of course, as we already know, he's been in trouble, for he's in jail for convicted rape and sexual assault, but he's also one of Hollywood's most active political donors, corralling big ticket celebrity donations from Democratic candidates, including Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton. So this is a very interesting thing to be put out there. Obviously, this is something that's trending pretty hard on Twitter right now as we speak, with Rose McGowan, who obviously is a hardcore Me Too supporter. Of course, she is trying to stop, things like Pizzagate and all the things that are going on right now in regards to anything along the lines of Jeffrey Epstein to Weinstein to the slew of things that have been all the accusations that have been put out there recently. So she is trying to shed light on something very, very serious. And yeah, Rose McGowan is out here trying to put claims on some people. What you think, man?
I don't know. It's always interesting when people are like, "Oh, somebody gave you something years ago before you knew about this, or maybe she knew about him." But it's like a lot of people donate a lot of money to different causes, and especially a lot of people that have a lot of money donate their money so that they get tax write-offs. So like, besides just going after her, is she going to go to every place else that Weinstein had donated money to? But she already had said that she was going to donate that money to, let's see, what was the name of to a nonprofit women's rights charity. So, it's kind of like one of those things, like she was complaining about it, but it's already been addressed. So,
Yeah.
But
Well,
I mean, I don't know, in general,
go ahead.
If somebody donated to your campaign, should you return the money if they find out that they've done something bad? Because you're trying to make a change, and maybe your policies will be good to not only affect that one person, but maybe you can make changes for a bigger good if you put in the right position, right? I don't know. I'd rather it be in her hands than his.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Separate
True.
the man from his money because he doesn't deserve it.
He doesn't deserve anything that he has right now. But the thing is I also have to say this as a counter, a counter rebuttal or a rebuttal. Here it is. If you accept money from somebody that's very, very well-to-do, super connected in California, that somebody who's out there kicking ass and taking names, doesn't mean that you know everything about that person. You see what I'm saying? If I was running for some huge seat in office and say one of the richest people in my city said, "Hey, I want to back you," not every day are you finding out that that huge name has allegations of something. Even during that time, I'm not trying to defend Kamala Harris at all. I'm just saying you don't really truly know somebody until those things come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you accept an endorsement from somebody, doesn't mean that you already know that that person is out here doing some dirty. You know what I'm saying? Not every day do you know somebody's doing some dirty. That's all I'm trying to say. You might accept the check, and then 7 years later they get accused of sexual harassment or some sexual misconduct, or something as hard as the aura word, and so I feel like sometimes it's hard for you to go, "Oh, that Kamala Harris is a terrible person because she accepted $2,500 for her campaign from somebody who is now a convicted sex offender, or rapist." You know what I'm saying? Sex offender. What am I saying? So that's the thing where I'm like, all right, how can you really truly know? You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're getting endorsements and backing from multiple angles. You never know where your money's coming from. Now, I feel like nowadays it's one of those things, like, now we have to go into a situation where we have to, like, if any person is running for anything, you almost have to do a deep dive on every single organization or every single person that is sending you money. Because you never know. Because as soon as you accept a check from, say, a future Harvey Weinstein type person, you get burned for it. And it's kind of like, well, I didn't know he was going to be this. You see what I'm saying? And if only we had a DeLorean, you know what I'm saying? And if only we had Doc, and Marty McFly, where we can jump in and go 88 miles an hour and jump into the future and just see who gets in trouble. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way we can really do that. So I'm not sitting here defending the situation. I'm just saying something that doesn't make sense for her to try to drag Kamala for. That's all I'm saying. Not a great look for Kamala, but how does she know? How does she know that that was going to go down? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And in fact, I'm sure she can go, well, shoot, I'm writing that check back. Here you go. Live on Twitter. Boop.
Right.
Here you guys go. Leave me alone. End of story. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, it's you can't. I mean, I saw on the side here someone is saying, well, how many Republicans did Weinstein, support or donate to, or anybody else? Like, should every donation that he ever made to everybody be returned to him? Like, I just don't. Like, and you can go through, like, how many people did Trump support? And Trump gave money to Kamala, so
yeah.
And he's a suspected sexual misconduct person. So
misconductor.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you also got to remember too, NRA. NRA's in a lot of heat right now, and they funded, they funded Trump as well, his campaigns as well. So it's like, what does he do? Maybe he didn't know anything. Maybe he does. We don't know. All we know is that he accepted that check, and that's it. That's all she wrote. So it makes you wonder how much is, you know what I'm saying? How much is okay? What's the lines? What is the line? What's the barrier? Or do you just do a background check on everybody and everybody all the time? But then that slows down your monies.
Yeah. Oh, you got this $5 donation from this guy in somewhere in Minnesota that, he was convicted of rape 10 years ago, so you got to give that back, and then you got all these other people over here that gave you this amount of money for doing this, and this person was found out to be this. Like, at some point in time, there would just be no money given to anybody.
Right.
And maybe that's better. Maybe politics shouldn't have any donations, and they should just purely win on their policies.
Right. No, that's true. Something to think about. Something to think about for sure. But unfortunately, that's not how the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. You know what I mean? And that's just something that we're just going to have to slowly but surely have to deal with as time goes on. Like I said, you got to remember, there's a lot of guys out there that make a lot of money that do a lot of dirty. That's it. Unfortunately, that's just how we roll nowadays. There's a lot of people out there with buckets and buckets of money that have done some really, really, really bad things. Let's just keep it straight funky with y'all. But hi, sweetie. She ain't my kid. That was Jack's kid saying hi. But anyway, so moving on to that, definitely comment down below and let us know what you think on that. I mean, how would you appreciate, or how would you go and collect funding if you were a politician? I feel like a lot of it is run by dirty money anyway. It's just, like I said, it's just another version of, like, it's organized crime, basically, if you really think about it. Sorry to say it like that, but I'm going to keep it straight funky, But moving on to the next story, we got one more story before we get into our interview with Chris Porter, comedian Chris Porter. But this next thing I found very, very, very interesting. This is trending pretty hard right now on Twitter as we speak. And the thing is that there are thousands of people that attended a pool party in Wuhan, China. Yes, I said it. Thousands of people attend a pool party in Wuhan, China. And we got the video right here. I'm going to show it to you guys right now. Let's take a look. Take a look at this. Bruh, look at that. Look how many people are out there. Look at that. Do you see how many people are out there? Bruh, that is Wuhan, China. That is Wuhan, China. One more time for you guys to put your peepers on. Take a look at that ish. Bruh. Wuhan, China. Remember, that is ground zero of where the Rona came from. Let me just say that again. That is the ground zero where the Rona has come from. Let me just show you this one mo again. That is real. That is real. Why not? We just play one more time because they look like they're having a good old time. Yes. Spin those things. Yes. Hit that play button hard. Yes. Uh-huh. There you go. Wuhan, China. Having a big old, good old time. It is literally an orgy of coronavirus. Coronavirus is just having a good old time up in this piece, man. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Wow. What were you going to say, Jack?
They're in a pool, so there's like chlorine. And I heard that the chlorine kills the coronavirus.
You lied like a mug. Ah! You know what? Here it is. Bruh. Oh, my God. Bruh. What are your thoughts on that, dude? Come on, man. Speak on it.
I mean, maybe they got the vaccine.
Bruh, don't even do that to me. Bruh. Oh, my God. Nah, I ain't about that life. I ain't about that life.
I didn't see any masks.
They ain't no mask in that piece. I didn't see no nothing up here. Everybody was having a good old time just in Rona soup, just chilling in a big old bowl of Rona soup. Did you see that? Just I'm sorry. I just gave my microphone the Rona. Do you see what I'm saying? Bruh, that was a sea. That was a sea of people. That was a sea of people swimming in Rona soup. That was Rona soup. That's gross. That's wrong, bruh. That's wrong. Do you understand?
Wait, at least women got in with half-price admission.
I'm so proud of them. You know what I mean?
This water park, where they were at,
yeah.
it reopened on June 25th and has recently attracted around 15,000 visitors at weekends,
Bruh.
which its owners said was about half its usual numbers.
Bruh, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. You know what I mean?
So hold on. Neither the city nor Hubei province has reported locally transmitted cases of COVID-19 for 3 months, and officials declared the city free of the virus after testing 10 million of the city's residents in June. There have been over 89,400 cases of coronavirus reported in China, with 4,703 deaths. Reported is that key word in that one.
That's just grody, man. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Here it is. You got situations like that, okay? And then you got situations that are happening, you know, in the States right now that are people are just going out kicking it, and they're not even in water. You know what I'm saying? They're just in a bar, kicking it, trying to do their thing, trying to live life. And don't get me wrong, I get it. We all want to live life. We all want to do our thing. Trust me. I want to go and have a good time. Trust me. You know what I mean? I want to get it in. But at the same time, what the hell? Here's the thing. Ground zero. That's ground zero of where the Rona started, where coronavirus started. Allegedly. Okay, I know that people will sit there. There's other people out there that say it came from something else, or there's all these conspiracy theories that are out there, but here it is. All we know, the general public knows, sans conspiracy theories, that the Rona came from Wuhan. So why does one jump into a pool in a place where it's the ground zero spot where coronavirus went off? You're telling me those thousands of people got checked as they walked into the pool party and they're fine? You're telling me not one of them had symptoms? You're telling me, you know what I'm saying? Like, now I can't wait to see what kind of numbers they're going to have. There's going to be another outbreak over there, for sure. Oh, but they're going to hide it from us. Let's just be real. They're going to lie about their numbers like they have been. Let's just keep it straight funky, y'all. They've been lying about these numbers. And apparently they're fine. You know what I'm saying? You got the cute DJ hitting that space bar as hard as she could on beat. You know what I'm saying? She's really spinning. She's spinning hard up there. And then you got thousands of people in Rona soup just waves of Rona soup. Yeah, Rona soup waves. Just chilling like, yeah, you know, rolling on E or Molly or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That is stupid. That's not what you do, man. You don't do that. That's gross. That's gross. And Mr. Super, yes, I said grody. That's grody. Bruh, that's grody. I'm throwing out like an 80s term. Grody. That's nasty. Ground Zero? Do you understand how much backlash New York would have gotten if New York did that? If there was some huge pool party spot that everybody went to, you know, so that they can get wet and have a good old time, and they just did that, bruh, New York would be like destroyed right now. Social media would have been destroying them right now. Cuomo would be thrown under a bus. 17 buses just cuckoo. Then they all run back over, reverse, making sure him dead. Do you understand that? Wuhan should not be doing that stuff, and they should not be condoning that. No one should have shown a video of that at all. Who wants to do? What kind of idiot pulls out a video and says, yeah, we getting it in, y'all. Ground Zero, Rona. We back at it again. I'm telling you, coronavirus, this is like coronavirus's next album. You thought he retired like Jay-Z. You thought he retired. You thought he was gone, but another one. It's your boy, Rona. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, this is terrible, man. There's like a Jay-Z mixtape that came out after he freaking retired. They're like, hey, man, you thought you were done with your boy? Ha! It's another one. Come on, man. Watch, there's gonna be another wave, bruh. That pisses me off. That pisses me off. We should not be seeing that. That should not be happening. Period. Not just we shouldn't be seeing that. That shouldn't be happening. Period.
Yeah. And
Damn.
Then you just look at it's not like we have done anything different here.
Bruh.
There've already been plenty of videos showing pool parties and everything else in the U.S. while things are raging on with no testing. So,
yeah,
you know, it's kind of, you know, while I don't like to see it, it's hard to be hypocritical.
Bruh, it angers me so much because it's just like we are all out here trying to survive. We're all here chilling. None of us gotten a chance to go out into the pool areas like that and get a good old tan kind of thing. Because, you know, we all out here. There's a lot of people out here just sitting holed up in their cribs, not doing anything. Bored in the house, bored. You know what I'm saying? Still to this day. And then you got these people out here just having having the time of their life. When they're the spot that Corona went off on. Man, you guys are stupid. Gecko Moon just said something that I totally agree. Seems like China, Wuhan, is rubbing it into all of our faces now. We've moved on. Now y'all deal with it. Facts, Gecko. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous, man. Anyway, all I can say is I hope that doesn't spike anything off. I hope that doesn't start anything off. Because we ain't got time for this, yo. We need to survive. We need to live. We don't need a fourth wave, a third wave. You know what I'm saying? It's enough already. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Mr. Super just said the pee in the pool neutralizes the virus. Do you understand if I realized and I was in Wuhan in that pool party and I knew that pee was going to neutralize the virus, I'd let it all out. I don't care. And turn in circles so I can have a so I can't get it in my periphery. You know what I mean? In my peripherals, I would just turn in circles like this, just letting it all out, peeing. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Starting a fortress of disinfectant.
Yeah, welcome to the R. Kelly pool.
No kidding. Yes. Drip, drip, drip. Anyway, we got to go into a quick commercial break. But when we come back, I got an interview with the very funny Chris Porter. We'll be right back. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Hey, take off Ms. Feinberg, I'd really appreciate it if you would close your legs.
Do you find it distracting?
Power, respect. The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers are trucking for tweakers and losing their self because their loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. There was a feel that they made it. Half of them stolen the road and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
But you see how he makes these S's in his body right here? That's where he's hanging on, and then he's moving forward with the locomotion of his ribs. That is classic Missouri rat snake right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab him before he gets into a hole. Now, these snakes are not biters. They won't bite as long as you don't squeeze them. If you just stop them like this, it'll freeze them, and then you just gently pull them back. As long as you don't squeeze them, they won't bite.
Yo, Mike, what's up, man?
Guy? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, so Sugar Fire.
Yeah.
Fully open, right?
Yeah, we're pretty much open. So you can't sit inside yet. Monday you can sit inside a little bit. We'll have 25% of the tables inside, and then we're letting it rip outside.
So I know that there's a lot of people really concerned about staying safe and all of that. So what are you guys doing in regards to that?
Well, and we have extra people to clean and rub everything down all the time. Everybody inside's wearing masks. And we have those little stickers on the ground so everyone can stay 6 feet apart.
Right on.
The tables are all spaced out, inside and outside.
Sugar Fire, open in full effect right now. They're staying healthy, they're staying clean. Go get you a rack of ribs. Sugar Fire, open right now.
Thanks.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
You're gonna perform
I'm sorry,
tonight.
I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is gonna leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood. We inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and sticking around. And like I always say, if this is your first time checking out this show, please go hit that subscribe button down below, y'all. You know, our YouTube channel's been crazy building, going crazy right now, and I appreciate all the love on our YouTube channel. So definitely go hit that subscribe button. And just so you guys know, we do this show Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time live. So you get the news, you get the interviews, you get the entertainment right here on the Pascal Show YouTube channel. So go hit that subscribe button. And if you're enjoying the show so far, hit that like button down below this feed as we speak. Anyway, we got to jump into this because I got somebody very, very special in the house. This is my dude, my brother. You know, he's a Kansas City native. I mean, I forgive him for that, but he's still really, really funny. The very, very funny, very, very talented comedian Chris Porter is in the house. What's up, man?
Hello.
How the hell you been, my brother?
I've been bored. I've been real bored.
Ain't that the truth, man? I feel you, man. I feel you. So where are you staying at right now? Where are you at right now?
I'm at my my apartment in Los Angeles, where I've been pretty much the whole pandemic. I've gone out a few times to do gigs, and then last week I went on I just had enough. I was like, I'm gonna just go, and if I get it, I get it. And I went on a little vacation.
Oh, that's dope.
And I didn't get it, so double win.
Yeah, win-win, baby. Win-win. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can only imagine what it's like in LA right now, because I mean that's where you are right now. So. Gotta ask you.
Yeah, it's it's almost like the end of a zombie movie where all the zombies are dead, but there's no one outside still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's just pretty much everything's closed, and some of the restaurants are open now, but you got to eat outside. But now it's 1,000 degrees because it's August, so pretty much everything's closed.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Yeah, I can only imagine like how creatives are doing in Hollywood and how they're dealing with this time, this crazy time that we're in right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you getting by? Like, what are you doing to get by right now, man?
Shows, knitting, a lot of knitting. The first 2 months of it was great because I've been on the road 40 weekends a year for 10 years at least. So to have 2 months in the same place was fun. And now we're at 5 months. And I think I need to buy 7 cats and start wearing Kleenex boxes as shoes. Like, I'm just starting to lose my mind a little bit. But, it is what it is. It's hard to write because, there's no life to comment on.
Right.
So it's a lot of, when I do my shows, it's also a lot of trying to remember how to do it.
Yeah. No, and I feel you on that because, I mean, here it is. Like, there is... I can only imagine, like, how hard it is. Like, you were just saying, like, how are you finding jokes that haven't been... I'll just say this. How are you finding jokes that haven't been used before in regards to this quarantine, this lockdown, the Rona even? You know what I'm saying?
Well, the cool thing is I'm actually one of the few comics, being able to go out and do shows. I'm very fortunate. So most of the Corona jokes I'm doing, which are very few, are pretty original right now.
Yeah.
But I think what'll happen is as soon as all the clubs start to reopen and all the open mic nights start, it's going to be just this giant flood of quarantine jokes. But I don't try to talk about it too much because I feel like it's the last thing people want to hear about when they're finally out of their house.
Yeah. When they're bored in the house, bored. And then it's like, and I don't want to be reminded of it.
And then you come to a show and all I talk about is being bored in the house. They're like, no, let's pretend like life is normal and you just talk about some regular stuff.
Right. It's like, yeah, let's talk about just how normal life used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Watching NBA games right now is not the same. I feel like I'm watching a scrimmage, but it's what you got. So let's just pretend.
Bruh, I feel like it's like watching 2K. Like, I think I'm watching 2K. It's not the same. It feels like a video game. The way it looks. It
absolutely does. And
you know what I'm saying?
Like, you have to remind yourself that this game counts a lot. Like, especially now in the playoffs, you have to remind yourself, like, oh no, this isn't the G League.
Right. This is the real deal. They're going for it all.
This is the real deal, and they have to win at least 3 of these.
Yeah. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah,
nuts.
It's crazy. But it's also the times, and it's weird to watch baseball and a guy hits a home run into nobody.
Nothing. It's so weird.
This is still way better than the 3 months we didn't have sports.
That is true. I mean, at least it's something to watch.
Where you turn on Sports Center and Kenny Mayne was reading poetry.
Get out of here. He was?
No, I'm making a joke.
I was about to say,
I'm a joke maker, Pascal.
Yeah, I know, man. I was just saying, oh my God, if he was really, that would have been hilarious. I would have paid to see that.
I mean, I think we were a month from that. I mean, it just turned into like a 30 for 30.
Right.
They're just like, hey, remember this game?
Remember these? Okay. Oh, remember Jordan? Let's talk about that. Let's see that show for a little while. You know what I mean? Let's obsess about that for a while and nitpick everything he does, to what he's drinking in the documentary, to all this other BS that was going on. I mean, it was so ridiculous. But man, it's so funny that it's so funny how much we are like just with our by tooth and nail, we are trying so hard to find anything to talk about nowadays, because there really isn't anything going on in the world except for like the elections that are coming up in November. Other than that, we don't have anything really else to talk about, except like maybe the Kardashians doing something stupid or Kanye doing something stupid. But other than that, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of sad.
And you can't even argue about the elections, because pretty much it's so polarized at this point. Exactly. Everyone's chosen a side. They did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, but it's also fine because no one's around to talk to anyway.
Right.
Who are you going to argue with? Your cat?
Yeah, no kidding, man. Too bad they don't argue back. You know what I'm saying? They just go and pee in your shoe. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what, I've become a real good cook.
Really? You figured it out?
I never cooked before because I was always traveling, and now I'm Guy Fieri up in this place. I'm mayor of Flavortown.
Then tell me, what's your dish? What's your like go-to dish? What's something that you just slay every time?
I've been doing these buffalo chicken tacos that I've just been from way downtown Bang. Like, it's been a lot of fun.
That's what's up, man. Wait. So no more Taco Bell? Is that over? Is your love?
No, I actually had some. I'm 41 now, so the body isn't as resilient as it once was. So you have to kind of space out the TB. And I had it Saturday night. I did a drive-in show, and on my way back, I was feeling good. And I was like, I'm gonna have some Taco Bell. I haven't had it in a long time. And that stuff used to go right through me, and now it hangs out for a few days, which is worse.
Oh, man. I'm sorry for you, bruh.
Yeah.
I feel you, man.
That being said, it was worth it. It still tasted delicious in my face hole.
Of course it did. Of course. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody has their crack. You know what I'm saying? Their go-to fast food joint. That it doesn't matter how old you are or how much diabetes you got. You still gonna eat it. You know what I mean? And I guess Taco Bell is yours. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I understand that you got a show coming up on August 28th. You're doing a virtual comedy show. Tell me a little bit about it, man.
Well, that's the world we're in now. Since all the clubs are closed, I work from home, which I didn't even think was a possibility until the coughing started. But yeah, it's kind of cool because not only am I going to do a show, but it's also I hang out afterwards and you can ask questions and hang out. And so it's kind of cool. It's a little different in that aspect. But you go to rushtix.com. It's $15 a screen. So like you can have friends over and watch it all, and it's still $15. And it's 5 p.m. your time, 7 p.m. Pacific. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's where we're at now. And so, it's not like anything's open anyway. So hang out at home on a Friday night and watch me do some comedy. And if you have questions or concerns, you can express them.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And I mean, and the thing is like, what? I mean, I gotta be honest with you, man. I gotta ask. I mean, aside from this event on the 28th, sounds like a really good time. But I mean, and this might be a personal question, so I'm gonna. You know, I understand if you're not cool with it, but how are you securing the bag? You see what I'm saying? Like, has it been tough, like during these times, or have you been finding a new angle?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the phrase. Are you asking how am I getting money?
How are you getting paid? Like, how are you? I know that's like what I mean is like how are you?
Well, luckily,
you know what I'm saying.
I had plenty of money in the bank for like literally the first time in my life when this all started.
Right.
So that was well timed. But you know, luckily I've had gigs here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, I've got 4 records out, so I make a significant amount off those being played on Spotify and all that stuff. So,
right.
I mean, I'm fortunate that I have mailbox money and have been getting gigs here and there. So, that being said, I'm calling unemployment office as soon as we're done here.
Word.
So, you know, you just got to do, and you know, I got a stimulus check. So that, and I found out if you don't go out to eat every meal, you end up keeping a lot of your money.
You save a whole lot of quiche if you're not spending it all the time on fast food.
That's
Real talk.
one thing is like when everything's closed and you're not going out, that balance doesn't decrease like it used to.
It doesn't budge, which is nice.
No.
You know what I mean?
So,
and then it gets you a chance to learn how to cook at the same time.
Yeah.
You know
be
what I
an
mean?
adult for the first time ever. 41.
Adulting.
So,
yeah.
There's that.
Yeah, man. I mean, so
bought my first bed frame. Look at me.
Really? Wow. You're moving up in the world, man. So you're not sleeping on the floor. The mattress isn't on the floor anymore.
Right? Girls don't like it when your mattress is on the floor. They will find their shirt and call an Uber. I promise you.
They're like, I'm done, man. Call it a day. Time out. We're done.
They're like,
we done.
What is this?
We're sleeping in this? No. Mm-mm. I'm getting a lift and you paying for it. Bye.
Yeah. You're like, well, you're half right.
Right. Oh, you know, it's like, I'm going to get you the carpool feature. You're going to have to share the ride.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're going to wait and save.
Oh, man, I love it. Hey, Chris, thank you so much for coming onto the show today. I really, really appreciate it. Let everybody know one more time about August 28th and also where they can go and follow you on.
Oh, of course. The show, August 28th, 5 p.m. Central Time. Go to rushtix.com. Pay $15. They send you a link. It's real simple in that regard. And then you can find me on Instagram at I am Chris Porter. And as soon as they let me back onto Twitter, I didn't get banned or anything. I'm just having login issues.
What?
And it's been a 4-month nightmare. But as soon as I get back on there, Twitter, I am Chris Porter. And you can go find all my dates when they start trickling back in at chrisportercomedy.com.
Right on, man. Right on, man. Hey, Chris, thank you so much for taking the time out to sit down with me today, man. And, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you on the 28th live. I'm going to go check that out.
Well, I don't wake up early for a lot of people, but for you, Pascal, anything, buddy.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. We're going to go into a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Hey, take off Ms. Feinberg, I'd really appreciate it if you would close your legs.
Do you find it distracting?
Power, respect. The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers are trucking for tweakers and losing their circles. Their loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. People are feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
But you see how he makes these S's in his body right here? That's where he's hanging on, and then he's moving forward with the locomotion of his ribs. That is classic Missouri rat snake right there. I mean, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab him before he gets into a hole. Now, these snakes are not biters. They won't bite as long as you don't squeeze them. If you just stop them like this, it'll freeze them, and then you just gently pull them back. long as you don't squeeze them, they won't bite.
Yo, Mike, what's up, man?
Guy? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, so Sugar Fire.
Yeah.
Fully open, right?
Yeah, we're pretty much open. So you can't sit inside yet. Monday you can sit inside a little bit. We'll have 25% of the tables inside, and then we're letting it rip outside.
So I know that there's a lot of people really concerned about staying safe and all of that.
No,
so what are you guys doing in regards to that?
Well, and we have extra people to clean and rub everything down all the time. Everybody inside's wearing masks. And we have little stickers on the ground so everyone can stay 6 feet apart.
Right on.
The tables are all spaced out, inside and outside.
Sugar Fire, open in full effect right now. They're staying healthy, they're staying clean. Go get you a rack of ribs. Sugar Fire, open right now.
Thanks.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is gonna leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being a part of the show today. We do have some breaking news. This is brand spanking news, so bear with us because we're going to be trudging through this pretty hardcore. Now, here's the thing. Trump has been talking about pardoning overnight, literally, as he's in his Air Force One or his Trump plane. I think it's his own Trump plane. Anyway, he mentioned that he was going to possibly pardon somebody today. And everybody was sitting there speculating like a mug going, hey, who could it be? Who could it be? Some people thought it was going to be, I saw a tiger, Tiger King. They also thought it was going to be possibly Snowden, Edward Snowden. But we have breaking news on who he decided to pardon. Jackie, speak on it.
So, President Trump has announced this morning that he will give a posthumous, that's how you pronounce that, right? Pardon to Susan B. Anthony.
Susan B. Anthony, y'all. Now, let me ask you this. Just for people who don't know who Susan B. Anthony is, who is Susan B. Anthony? Quick little synopsis.
So she was like one of the largest involved people in the women's suffrage movement. So if women have the right to vote today, you can thank Susan B. Anthony. And the announcement today came 100 years to the day after the 1920 ratification of the 19th Amendment, which gave the women the right to vote.
The right to vote. So congratulations on 100 years, first off. Okay, 100 years. Susan B. Anthony has been pardoned on the exact day of the celebration of the 100th anniversary of women's right to vote. This is very, very interesting.
Right.
Very interesting.
Do you know what he's pardoning her for?
What is he pardoning her for, Jack?
So she had voted, and then she was indicted and tried and convicted for voting illegally. And then she was sentenced to pay a fine of $100 in court costs. So that has never been pardoned before. It's always sat on the books. And so President Trump has taken it upon himself to be the one to pardon her.
Let me ask you this. How long has Susan B. Anthony been on the books? How long has she been?
And that was in what year? 1872. So, 138 years.
Interesting.
18 years.
Wow. That's some funny stuff. So, Susan B. Anthony has officially been pardoned, everybody. Wow.
So, I don't know. What do you think about it?
I'm going to say this. If anything, I'm happy about it. Yes, I'm happy about it because this is somebody who was fighting for women's rights, fighting women's suffrage, as you were saying a second ago. I'm happy about it. I think this is really, really fantastic news. But I also think this too. Trump's very smart. He's being very smart. He just did a very smart move. That was a very smart move. I'm going to be really honest. That was a very smart move. Here it is. Because we are going to talk about this in a little bit, but there is a lot of things in regards to both sides of the political spectrum right now during these elections are trying to pander sometimes, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, towards the female vote, towards the woman's vote. So the fact that he did this, especially on the 100th anniversary of women's right to vote, is a very, very smart move. So some people would ask, is this a political stunt? Is this specifically a political stunt? Or is he doing this because he feels that she has a right to be pardoned? Inquiring minds would like to know. Regardless of it, I am happy about it. I also do think politically, as far as a political move, it's a very smart move on behalf of Trump. What do you think, Jack?
I mean, what is the effect of a pardon on someone that is already passed?
See, that's the other thing. It's not like she is still alive. She ain't going to be outside running around being free. She's gone. She's no longer with us. She is dust in the wind. All right. So I don't know. I know that it's nice. It's great. I'm happy about it for sure. But that doesn't bring her freedom. She doesn't get the taste, the sweet taste of freedom as she walks out of those prison doors. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
It's one of those situations where like the government pardons you, they're like forgiving you for what you did, and I don't think that in that situation either that she really was asking for forgiveness. She was demanding equality. Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. Pardon is kind of, I don't know. It seems surface level to me. What else is going to happen around it? I look forward to see what it develops into, and if there's some kind of positive movement from it.
Yeah.
I mean, pardons in general, I think that are used for people that are currently alive. You can see something actually happen for that person. Is this going to affect her family in some way? Is it more just, I mean, it's all more of a, I don't know. It just seems surface level to me. It's like, okay, yeah, now she's pardoned.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, because here it is. Maybe this is something that he just found out about whilst mid-travel. He could have been in the plane. Somebody in his team said, oh, the 100th year of, for women's right to vote is the anniversary is tomorrow, by the way, and, we do have somebody on the list, that hasn't been pardoned, Susan B. Anthony. She's an icon in regards to the women's suffrage movement and all that. Hey, Trumpy Trump, why don't you go ahead and pardon her? Because that would be a very good look, and that would look very good for the female vote and all that, because you're trying to get the female vote right now. Maybe his polls are really low. Maybe, women are not really answering or feeling Trump right now. You see what I'm saying? So maybe he does this big move. It's a big move. Let's be real. That is a very big move, solely just to pander to the female vote. That's one of the question. That's one thought that is most definitely out here. I'm even seeing it in the chats down below where people are sitting there going, man, it's a political stunt. It ain't ish. It ain't nothing. How convenient is he pardoning her on the day of the 100th anniversary. You see what I'm saying? It almost seems too planned out. You know, it's almost too good to be true. But at the same time, I'm going to say this. It's a very good move. And it's great news. Regardless if he's doing it just to look good, it's still fantastic news. She is finally free. Her name is finally pardoned for doing something that was so amazing, for doing good. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that her name is now pardoned is a huge thing. So I'm happy about it, but it does look like a little bit of a political stunt to me. What's up, Jack?
So I just was reading a couple things on Twitter in responses to it and everything. And Kathy Hochul, Lieutenant Governor of New York, as highest-ranking woman elected official in New York, and on behalf of Susan B. Anthony's legacy, we demand Trump rescind his pardon. She was proud of her arrest to draw attention to the cause for women's rights and never paid her fine. Let her rest in peace.
Wow. And who said that again? I'm sorry.
That was the Lieutenant Governor of New York, Kathy Hochul.
Wow. Maybe they're doing that because she doesn't want. maybe they're saying that because they don't want Trump to look good for 5 seconds. You know?
Yeah, but it was just like what I was saying was like, I don't think she wanted forgiveness from the all-male jury that found her illegal to be voting. She demanded change in the law, which that change in the law already pardoned her. Like, that's, by being granted the right to vote, that's her pardon. Like giving all women the right to vote. Like, that's
I could definitely see that.
I could understand her stance. I mean,
I can see that.
There's more about it. I don't know personally. I don't know about Susan B. Anthony's legacy of what exactly she was trying to leave behind and all of her other political views or anything else like that, or what I don't know about how she went about her daily living, and if this woman knows more about that.
Now, here's the other thing, though. Maybe because obviously a lot of people think that Trump is a male chauvinist pig. So maybe she's sitting there saying, no, not him. Of all people, a chauvinist pardoning someone who wanted women's rights. You see what I'm saying? I feel like she's almost like a gut reaction of like, I wish it was not him that is pardoning her. You see what I'm saying? Of course, there's a lot of people out there that feel that way about Trump, that he's just a misogynist, he's a racist, you name it. Those are the things that they say about Trump in the negative context. Now, here it is. Outside of that, maybe she didn't want her name pardoned. Maybe that's what it is. But at the same time, I think it's good news. You know what I'm saying? I do think it's good news, but I do feel that he could be pandering towards the female vote because that's what he needs right now. That's what Biden needs too. You know what I'm saying? Like they both need it badly. You know what I'm saying? So for that, and it's perfect timing. So on the anniversary, it's just all happens at the same time. It's a good look. It's a very, very good look. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I think regardless if she didn't want to be pardoned or not, I think I'm happy that she's pardoned. Does that make sense? Even because in a way it seems like even her soul, her spirit could still be locked up in a way. And now her soul in a way has been freed, which is, I think, great. But most definitely it's got there's a plan behind it. Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
I was waiting for him to announce that he was going to pardon that person that Kim Kardashian's trying to get out.
What? Because I know that Kardashian is trying to pardon a few people. She has a list of people that she's working on right now. And here it is. Doesn't mean that Trump can't do those in the future. All Trump has to do is it's a stroke of a pen. You know what I mean?
The daily pardon.
It's the John Hancock real quick. And it's done. You see what I'm saying? So he could do that. But obviously, he was in his plane. He tweeted that he was going to be pardoning somebody mid-flight. Obviously, his team probably said, hey, man, look, you need more women votes. You need that. The polls, the numbers show that you are just low on this end, and you need the housewives all the way to the professional woman out there, you know, to vote for you. Here's a good look. You know, the woman who is behind the women's suffrage movement has not been pardoned. Go ahead and pardon her real quick. Great look. Yeah. It's a fantastic look. You know what I'm saying? Fantastic look for sure. But some people might go, you are most definitely pandering to the female or for the female vote. You know what I'm saying? Which is very interesting. But at the end of it all, I am very, very happy that that happened. I'm going to be honest. I am happy about that. I'm going to keep it straight funky. You know, I know some people might not agree, but I think no matter what, even if it is pandering, outside of the pandering, I think it's wonderful news. That's what I personally think, you know. But yes, it is pandering because it is perfect timing. It's perfect timing. He could have done this months ago, but he did it on the same day as the 100th year of women's vote, the women's right to vote. It's almost too perfect. You see what I'm saying? Almost too perfect, in my personal opinion. Anyway.
So I guess it's Biden's move, right? This is the master game of chess.
It is the master game of chess. Let's keep it real. You know what I mean? It is most definitely a game of chess. But speaking of which, Biden, holy God. Biden. We're going to look at this video. This is very interesting because Biden sat down and had an interview for Elle magazine. And the funny thing is, you know, there are millions of other people that he could have been interviewed by. Millions. Shoot. He could have been interviewed by Joe Blow that owns the donut shop around the corner. But for some odd reason, he was interviewed by none other than Wet and Gushy herself, Cardi B. And we're going to look at this video real quick. We're going to look at their interview. It is quite an interesting conversation. Take a look, y'all.
I have a whole list of things that I want and I wish and I desire for our next president to do for us. But first thing first, let me keep it a buck. I just want Trump out. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like his mouth gets us in trouble so much. I don't want to be lied to. I don't want, like, you know, we're dealing with a pandemic right now, right? And I just want answers. I want to know when this is over. Like, you know, I want to go back to my job. I want to be able to go outside. I want to be able not to feel like I'm trapped in my home. But I don't want somebody to lie to me and tell me that it's okay to go outside. It's okay not to wear a mask, that everything is going to be okay. No, I want like a timeline of when things are going to get better. I want a president to tell me what are the steps for us to get better besides, you know, taking precautions like with our masks and quarantining.
Those nails,
I need somebody to tell me like, this is going to be over when we find this cure. This is why it's taking so long. This is why other countries are doing better than ours when it comes to this pandemic. I need somebody to tell me the truth, the hardcore truth. And also, I, of course, want free Medicare. And this is why it's important to have free Medicare, because look what's happening right now. You see why we should have been have free Medicare for a long time. I, of course, think that we need free college education. That's second. And I want Black people to stop getting killed and no justice for it. I'm tired of it. I just want more stricter laws that is fair to Black citizens. And, you know, it's fair for cops, too. If you kill somebody that doesn't have a weapon on them, you go to jail. You know what? If I kill somebody, I gotta go to jail. You gotta go to jail too.
Okay, that's I was waiting for the okay, that's enough now. Okay. Why does she look why does she look like she's going to a job interview, like her first serious job interview of all time? Like I hate it so much because she's trying to look professional, but she doesn't look professional at the same damn time. Now, here's the thing. It's a 15-minute interview where most of it is her talking. I'm going to be straight funky. She's talking the most. Now, I personally just, to me, it's funny. To me, it's funny. But at the same time, I know that, from reading a lot of the comments down below, there's a lot of people that sit there and go, wait a second. Listen, she's bringing topics that most of the people that maybe most of the demographic that she's trying to reach out to don't talk about, or she's bringing up things and she's bringing awareness to a group of people that maybe don't really care about politics and don't care about what's going on, and I give her mad props about that. I'm going to say that right out the gate. I give her mad props. I hate how she looks because it looks like she looks ridiculous. She does look ridiculous. Like, I feel like she's going and getting interviewed for a managerial position at Cheesecake Factory. That's what it feels like. But here it is. Outside of all that, I do appreciate her putting the time in to do something like that, to bring awareness to the community and towards the demographic that to her followers and the people that watch her stuff as well. But at the same time, it is just for sure him most definitely trying to pander to the black vote. Then on top of that, pandering to the female vote as well. Let's just keep it real. And the young audience, the young demographic as well. He is most definitely pandering. That is so pandering, so bad. It is terrible. It's terrible. And that's not how it's done, Now, like I said, he could have been interviewed by so many other people. Professional people. Professional interviewers. And he decided to go and get interviewed by Cardi freaking B. Miss Wet and Gushy, Miss Wet Ass, you know what I'm saying? Precipitation instead. That doesn't make any sense to me. Personally, it doesn't make any sense. I could see him doing that as a one-off kind of thing, but Elle Magazine asked Cardi B to interview Joe Biden. Now, I'll tell you this. Doesn't mean that she doesn't have a following. She's got a gigantic following. Gigantic. And people do listen to her. But I feel like it would have been better if she was to endorse an interview. Maybe there's a beginning where she's like, hey, y'all, blah, blah, blah. This is what I'm going to say. And then they cut to the interview or something like that. Not have her do the interview. Because in a way, it was a one-sided conversation. He said a few things, but other than that, it was her just yapping the entire time. And I know there's a lot to talk about, but dang, man. I don't know. It was not a good look. It was not a good look, and it was clear that he was clearly pandering, They could, like I said, they could have picked another, Latino correspondent, Latino Hispanic correspondent, or correspondent, or they could have used a black correspondent that's well respected in the game of any type. It could have been anybody else. You know what I'm saying? But they chose Cardi freaking B. What move is that all about? What is that move, Jack? What do you think?
It's like
I
don't know.
What?
I'd rather see her in a mix of a crowd that's going to ask a question and
Facts.
have like a whole bunch of celebrities out in a crowd, socially distanced, and then they jump around and they ask, certain things that they might see from the areas they live in, and then maybe from the community that they're around. And so, I don't know. I agree with you saying that, reduction.
Say that again, Jack. What? We just lost Jack. Hopefully he'll jump back. But anyway, it is just a very interesting thing. For one moment, he could have been interviewed by anybody. Like I said, could have been interviewed by anybody else. And for some odd reason, he chose Cardi B. Now, like I said, there's plenty of one-offs, or, it also is sponsored by, and it was on Elle Magazine's whole thing. So maybe Elle Magazine set it up because they thought it would be a very interesting and very funny type of setup. That could be the option. That could be the possibility as well. I don't know. To me, it is just a very, very weird, situation. It's just a very, very weird situation. And I just think it's just funny. Regardless, it's just still a very, very funny breakdown. Of all people, like I said, of all people, he could have chosen anyone else to have a legitimate interview. Even so, he could have used an influencer, maybe somebody who is highly respected in the social media game, that has that kind of demographic, that has that kind of following, to sit down and have that interview with him. You know what I'm saying? He could have had that interview with many other people, that would actually tune in, another highly respected Black or Hispanic, influencer out there that is, that can sit down and actually do and conduct a concise interview. And unfortunately, he doesn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, he chose somebody else. And I agree with you guys sitting here saying this on here. Most definitely, it is him pandering like a mug. Pandering like a mug. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad, bruh. That's really, really sad, because that's not how you do it. That's not how you play this game. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it's done. And because now you see something like this and you just kind of like rolling your eyes, and instead of actually listening to the actual interview and caring, you're automatically seeing like, oh, he's clearly shucking and jiving so he can get the Black female vote or the Black vote or the female vote. You know what I'm saying? Clearly it's pandering. You know what I'm saying? And that sucks. That really, really sucks. His stuff does not seem genuine at all nowadays. A lot of his stuff is just very fake and very disingenuous, and it's frustrating, But I'm gonna read some of your comments, by the way, because I would love to hear what you guys think on all this for sure. Mr. T12, you're absolutely right. She's Dominican. Her fans are very young, and in the current hip hop scene, no one with good sense pays her any attention outside of entertainment stuff, and that's not that impressive. And the thing is like, and that's the thing. Like, she most definitely has a very young audience that eats up everything that she says and eats up everything that she does. She has a demographic. There's nothing wrong with her having that strong of a demographic. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But at the same time, it is most definitely like, you sit there and go, why? And I know that she's done some other interviews before where she's, gotten a little bit on the political scene a little bit, like, talking with Bernie Sanders and all that. But still, it's kind of like, is this a serious conversation, or is this her just being the adorable and funny? And, obviously people love her. She's got a lot of charisma. People really eat up her stuff. So no pun intended. But at the same time, people like her. So it's like, all right, maybe by her having the interview, that's going to crack open a few other demographics or break through other levels of possible potential voters, because they're going, ooh, Cardi B is talking to Joe Biden. Let's talk. Let's see what's going on. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I feel like it's an interesting move, but I don't know if it's something that is, I just don't know if that's something that's going to really stick. It almost seems like a skit. Like, I feel like it should have been a skit. You feel me? It feels like a skit to me. And if SNL does not do some sort of joke or some sort of skit with this, it's beyond me. I'm just going to say that. You know what I mean? Most definitely it's beyond me. You know? Mr. T12, that's funny. Looking back at this in 20 years, Kim, Kanye, and Cardi B being influencers in the running of president candidates. Yeah, that's hilarious, right? You know what I mean? Nancy was going to retire if Hillary won. I'd bet that she'd retire if Biden wins. Hakeem Jeffries would become the Speaker of the House. Wow, that's what's up. Yeah, and then Ducky Momo, that is another like theory that Biden is going to drop out. That is a theory that Biden will drop out, and then Kamala will actually become president. And then, whoa, yeah, Nancy would become VP, which would be that's a very interesting breakdown for sure. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, that whole interview I thought was just kind of ridiculous, definitely pandering. Just like I think the, Susan B. Anthony situation is pandering as well. It's a smart move, though. I'm going to keep it real. It's a very smart move. Very, very smart move, But anyway, unfortunately, that wraps our show for today, guys. You know what I'm saying? But I will most definitely be on tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be talking about anything and then some of breaking news that's going to be, of course, going on throughout this entire time. So throughout the time from this point on, I might do a pop-up video. It all depends on how much time I have available. Today is going to be a very interesting and very busy day. So, but I will be on tonight for 1 hour only, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be sure to tune in and be a part of it. And like I always say, if this is your first time checking out this show, hit that subscribe button down below. And for all you new subscribers and new people part of the coming in and being part of the posse, thank you so much for coming in and being a part of the posse and the part of the conversation today. I really do appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I really do appreciate that big time. And of course, if you haven't done it, like this video down below. That would mean a lot. And Tanner Vane, why don't you stream 6 hours a day anymore? LOL. That pace will exhaust you. Exactly. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. You know what I'm saying? Just to be completely straight funky, it has been I can't do streams like that every day anymore. I wish I could. Real talk. I really, really wish I could. But I have to consolidate. Because one, I got to live. I got to live. Then on top of that, I'm also doing pop-up videos. Then I'm talking every single day. It just gets really, really taxing on a person's body. And the thing is that I got to consolidate. I have a life to live outside of this place. And it's really hard to do, 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours at night. So I've decided to do 2 hours in the morning, a little bit like an hour, hour and a half at night. So that we can talk, chop it up, have a conversation, but at the same time, still be able to connect with you guys, still have time to be able to put out the pop-up videos that are just independent from the show, and all that. I just think that 3 hours twice a day is a lot of work. And it's, like I said, every day it's hard. So I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can to, set up things in a proper way. But right now, this is the schedule that seems to work best for me because, like I said, being on every day is a lot. You know what I mean? And thank you, Tanner Vane. And I appreciate you saying that. Like, it is a lot of work. Doing 6 hours a day is a lot. And like I said, I still have the pop-up video. I still have the 7 o'clock show, the 9 a.m. show. It's a lot. Bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing all of this myself. So it gets heavy sometimes. It gets heavy. Your content release schedule is really good right now, in my honest opinion. or in my opinion. I really do appreciate that, bruh. And Jennifer Lang, to your twins, Paisley and Mac, the happiest of birthdays. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday to the twins out there. Jennifer Lang, to Jennifer, she's brand new to the Pascal posse, so I appreciate you being part of the fam. And of course, happy birthday to your lovely, lovely twins, Paisley and Mac. Happy birthday. Anyway, yes, happy birthday to all people that are celebrating their birthdays today. Happy 100-year anniversary to women's right to vote. That is huge. And like I said, I will be on tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be on the lookout, and possibly there will be a pop-up video before that show. It just depends on if I have the time. Today's a very busy one today as well. So anyway, I will see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all do something wonderful today. Go spend time, Jennifer, with your twins. I hope that they're having a wonderful one. You know what I'm saying? I hope that they're having a wonderful one. Paisley and Mac, for sure. And, of course, everybody, thank you so much for being on. I appreciate it. Okay? Anyway, I will see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. I'll see you guys tonight. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Hey, take off. Ms. Feinberg, I'd really appreciate it if you would close your legs.
Do you find it distracting?
Power, respect. The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers and trucking for tweakers and losing their circles. Their loves are unique. All of us under surveillance. People so feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling the road and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
But you see how he makes these S's in his body right here? That's where he's hanging on, and then he's moving forward with the locomotion of his ribs. That is classic Missouri rat snake right there. I mean, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab him before he gets into a hole. Now, these snakes are not biters. They won't bite as long as you don't squeeze them. If you just stop them like this, it'll freeze them, and then you just gently pull them back. As long as you don't squeeze them, they won't bite.
Yo, Mike, what's up, man?
Guy? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, so Sugar Fire.
Yeah.
Fully open, right?
Yeah, we're pretty much open. So you can't sit inside yet. Monday you can sit inside a little bit. We'll have 25% of the tables inside, and then we're letting it rip outside.
So I know that there's a lot of people really concerned about staying safe and all that.
No,
so what are you guys doing in regards to that?
Well, we have extra people to clean and rub everything down all the time. Everybody inside's wearing masks. And we have those little stickers on the ground so everyone can stay 6 feet apart.
Right on.
The tables are all spaced out, inside and outside.
Sugar Fire, open in full effect right now. They're staying healthy, they're staying clean. Go get you a rack of ribs. Sugar Fire, open right now.
Thanks.